I'm Hollie. I'm Associate Design Director at W12 Studios. We work with lots of clients in broadcast, journalism, so people like CNN, BBC and Verizon. As an Associate Design Director, I'm in charge of UX designers, UI designers and also motion designers. So it's a bit of a different role from my last ones where it was just UX, and now it's broadened out again. So yeah, super interesting.
Why is soft skills such an important aspect when hiring a UX practitioner?
I think soft skills come in a lot for UX, maybe sometimes more than a few of the other disciplines, because you sit between so many different people within a design team, as well as when you're actually working with clients. So you need to be able to, number one, get on with everyone, be able to empathise with your team members, because quite often you'll be driving a lot of the requirements from both users and from businesses. So you kind of have that sort of sweet spot in the middle of making sure it's really good for people, but also really fit for business. And I think that really requires someone who's able to have those conversational skills, those more management skills of other people, and actually just maybe kind of more inspiring people. You're not going to inspire people if you're difficult to get on with, so you need to be able to kind of get the team rallying around and producing great work. No, I think with researchers it's very interesting because they actually are going out and interviewing people quite often. So I think for them actually those soft skills, as long as they can do it for the interviewing side and those parts of research, whether it's data type of research, whether it's surveys, or whether it's actually going out and doing ethnographic research or user testing, as long as they can actually do those pieces, no, they don't need to be so client facing, they can actually deliver that to someone who presents for them. It could be their kind of design director or whoever. But I do think as a researcher you should be able to go out and speak to those real users.
Is there a soft skill which you find most important?
I think it's probably the soft skill that's kind of like the king of all of them, which is like empathy. It's being able to empathise with people, think about what your actions actually, how they affect other people. You need to be able to do that for your design as well as be able to do that in your interactions with people, whether it's kind of verbal, whether it's your body language, whatever you're doing, it's all about having that empathy and realising how you affect people and how they're feeling.
Do you untraditional ways into UX work?
For this one, it's a complicated answer, but effectively yes. So I think it's very, very easy when you've gone through, it's not easy obviously, but if you just go through a traditional method like a degree and then you're going into kind of an internship and then you get your job that way. When you don't have kind of that sort of traditional route in, you need to make a portfolio somehow. So that's kind of the key to actually doing it. Is however you need to generate that portfolio. You could be going on hack days, you could do a GA course, you could do just self-initiated work at home. You're employed for your portfolio, you're not employed for the degree that you got or the mark that you had. It's about the way that you think and actually the quality of work you produce. So you produce the work, I think it's totally fine. One of the other things that is really important is actually being able to do internships and get experience that way so you can prove yourself without necessarily going straight into a job. Obviously that's quite difficult if some internships don't pay, but there's a kind of initiative going on at the moment called Green Light List, which is actually producing a list of agencies that will pay you to do those internships, so it makes it much more accessible and is a really, really great way in. So to get in for an untraditional method, make your portfolio, try and get into internships, attend the talks, make friends with people when you're at talks. I think Service Design Lab do ones where you do actual activities afterwards. So it's great to sort of get stuck in.
Are soft skills more important in an agency or client side?
I think probably agency side. They're very, very important because you have to be able to sell yourself, sell your team and sell your work. So you need to have those be like friendly to work with and actually inspire the client to work with you. In-house, it's a different type of soft skills that you need. You need to be able to have that role, but also be friends with the people day to day because you're going to be eating lunch with them. So it's a bit more of a political game when it's in-house.
Awesome.